What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. And well, Congress is absolutely ridiculous right now, and they can't make up their minds for what else is new. They have gone to a fourth vote here yet today. Take a look here. Yeah, U.S. House of Representatives adjourns without a speaker after Republican leader, well, he was the leader, the House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy falls short after a fourth time. They have now gone through four votes here, and the Republicans will not vote for him. He has fallen short by about 20 votes here, and the Republican Party will not vote for him. So, yeah, I've been telling you guys that the Republican Party has a lot of dissension right now, and they actually switched their votes. The dissenters. Uh, so it's the what did we had a previous article that called them the rebels, kind of like the Star Wars rebels, saying that they just don't want to vote for him. And they were voting for Jim Jordan, and now they're voting for Byron Donalds. As you can see here, pictures. This is actually the first time we actually have two black men. Actually, I think this is actually the first time we actually have a first black man nominated on both sides. Hakeem Jeffries for the Democrats, who's getting all the votes for the Democrats, and now Byron Donald on the Republican side got about 20 votes for the Republicans. And so it's a very historic day here. So we're seeing here this on both sides, and technically the Democrats are actually getting more votes than the Republicans, because the Republicans are getting about 20 votes for a different candidate, and Kevin McCarthy is falling short. So right now, the Democrats are actually holding the majority of votes because they're all voting together for one candidate. Kevin McCarthy wants to change the rules when it comes to what it would take to win this. Take a look here. You can see here yesterday, McCarthy floated a path to speakership and said he would like to lower the vote threshold. However, if he lowers the vote threshold, the Democrats could actually win the speakership, because right now the Democrats are actually having the higher vote threshold because they're actually all voting together. And when the vote count comes in, they're actually ahead. So this actually could backfire. You can see here Kevin McCarthy, from Republican from California, expressed optimism about winning the gavel here last night, which hasn't been going too well for him, as he just failed after a fourth vote now, as he emerged from meetings with allied members following the third vote, floating the possibility of winning the post with fewer than 218 votes, which is what you would need to win for 50% plus one vote. Right now, he's at 202 votes, so he would technically need 11 more votes to win, McCarthy said. McCarthy says Democrats have 212 votes, you get 213 votes, and the others don't say another name. That's how you can win. You can win with 218, you can win with 222, but if you want to look at how you have to go about doing it, McCarthy says, those voting present and those who are absent do not count towards the total, lowering the threshold. Republican Representative Chip Roy from Texas dismissed the strategy of Kevin McCarthy trying to get away with present votes outside a separate meeting, saying, quote, if he's literally trying to patchwork votes together, this is from a Republican, to scrape together the votes by trying to carve out present votes in hopes that people don't show up or something. I just don't see that as the right path to strong leadership position. Meanwhile, Democrats say they're not going to help Republicans and they're on their own. This is the first time in over 100 years that we have had this happen where a vote for speakership has failed, let alone 4 times already. So this could go on for a while, or we could see who knows what will happen at this point. We have had it in the past where we have seen it where there's been deal making between Republicans and Democrats. And we've also seen it before where eventually it went to some lower type of thresholds. So we will see what happens. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think the Republicans will cave and elect Kevin McCarthy? Do you think the Republicans will cave and elect somebody else like Jim Jordan or Byron Donalds? Or do you think the Democrats will win? Because technically, right now, they have more votes than the Republicans. The 4 votes that have happened, the Democrats have actually had more votes. In the end, when the votes were counted, the Democrats were ahead with Hakeem Jeffries. So, what do you think should happen? What do you think will end up happening? One thing's for sure is this is the first time in 100 years this has happened. Should it just be majority rules? Should it just come down to a final vote? We'll see. We'll see what happens. And, if you think that last week's winter freeze over the holiday weekends was bad, well, it could be happening yet again. And we're seeing this next storm, a bomb cyclone here happening yet again. It's going to be spreading across the country here again. A bomb cyclone to dump multiple inches of rain on Southern California. Evacuation warnings already issued, and it's going to turn to snow, lots and lots of inches, and then spread across the country. Are you guys ready for more? Yeah, I'm not, but here's what's going to happen.
A massive storm, this is what's known as an atmospheric river, is set to bring widespread flooding to an already waterlogged area of California. We're talking about up to 10 inches of rain set to drench the northern part of the state to create mudslides, power outages. Oh. Not good.
Goodness, I mean, atmospheric river, bomb cyclone. I mean, this is scary stuff. Stephanie Lim joins us now live from San Francisco in the rain. Stephanie, I wonder, when we see that satellite image here, it looks pretty bad what's coming your way. What's it look like and what kind of preparations are underway?
Yeah, this is going to be an intense storm. Maybe not the worst we've ever seen, but definitely something to be prepared for and take note of, Jim and Erica. And what you're seeing is this massive bomb cyclone, which is occurring off the coast of California over the Pacific. It's happening so intensely and it is so strong that it's going to bring this atmospheric river right here. It's already started about 4 a.m. local time. You see the rain here. I can tell you the winds have started to pick up. The bay, the San Francisco Bay right here behind me is the Bay Bridge. Also a lot more choppy now as we're starting to see these winds increase, and we're expecting some hurricane force winds as the storm progresses through today and into tomorrow. What this also means, especially after that New Year's Eve storm that just really rocked this area, more flooding. We could see more mudslides. You could see roads washed out. It could become very dangerous. The other concern are trees, because there's so much water on the ground right now. The soils are softened, and so that means more water can make trees loosen up and then fall. So we got to also keep that in mind. Because of that, we've seen a lot of residents getting sandbags in place. We've seen the power companies out and already putting people in place to be ready for what this storm could bring. You've got some 35 million people across California who are in flood watches, and not just here. It's definitely going to hit the Bay Area more, but Los Angeles County down south is also going to feel some of the effects of this storm coming through here. This is not something to play with, especially since just on New Year's Eve, Oakland, California, just across the bay there, set its record for the wettest day ever, and San Francisco had its second wettest day. I know that this may make you think we're done with the drought. That's not the case. This is a lot of water happening at one time, and we still have a long way to go before we fix that problem.
Yeah, so once this moves across the country, we're expecting multiple inches of snow, or depending on where you are, maybe feet of snow. So Yeah, Mother Winter is, or Old Man Winter is in full effect here in January 2023. So, yeah, it's shaping up to be one of those months. Republicans, once they take over the House, if they get speakership, that is, well, we'll have to see here, are set a couple of bills here to target the strategic oil reserve with initial energy bills to stop President Biden from releasing more strategic oil reserves because, well, they don't want to have any of our oil sold off here from the strategic oil reserves anymore. Representative Steve Scalise, a key Republican leader, released a list of meaningful, ready to go bills that will be the first the party takes up, including 2 bills related to the strategic oil reserves, saying, quote, these common sense measures will be addressing challenges facing hardworking families on issues ranging from energy, inflation, border security, life, taxpayer protection, and more. He said of the 11 total bills in a Dear Colleague letter. The Strategic Oil Reserve is the nation's energy crude supply. Last year, the Biden administration executed the largest ever sell off from the oil reserve. Now, Republicans didn't like selling that off. President Biden said that this was one of the major reasons that we've seen gas prices come down from the $5 high, which we've seen back in June. So you can let me know your thoughts on that, and we will see what happens here. We are starting to see oil prices globally start to go back up as Russian President Vladimir Putin has now restricted oil sales from most of Europe because Europe has implemented a price cap saying that we cannot, or so that they cannot buy oil from Russia higher than $60 a barrel. And well, they're not going to buy the oil at that price or higher. And well, Russia just said, okay, well, we're not going to sell it to you. So it's just kind of a standoff, but they weren't going to buy it anyways. And this has sent oil prices higher because there's now a shortage in the market. So supply and demand. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments, and I will keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. If you haven't yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on new videos. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the bell icon after you subscribe, and I will keep you up to date here with everything you need to know about. Also, thanks so much for liking and sharing these videos. Click here to watch my newest video about checks potentially going out to Americans. And click here to watch my newest video about 6 Social Security changes that are happening right now that you need to know about. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.